Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Paris 13 Atletico Save. Since we last met, we haven't done much. We've seen 2 days, and for whatever reason, there's not my cat presses the space, but I've seen the game forward. 2 days, we've had the draw for the Champions League. We weren't prompted. It just loaded up saying that that's your draw. And well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have been drawn against Ajax, who knocked PSG out of the Champions League. And we get ourselves drawn against a side that I think we can beat. But it's all about that first game away in the Netherlands. As you can see, they got through the first knockout round, losing 3-0 to Wolfsburg, then 5-0 they won in the Netherlands. They then beat PSG 2-0 in the Netherlands before scoring in the 80th minute in this game in France to deny PSG extra time in a game where PSG realistically were much the better side. And well, that means, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we get an away trip to the Netherlands, which could be monstrous. And if that game is within any realms of being close, we're going to have a home game in the quarterfinals, second leg, with a chance to make the semi-final for the first time. With that being said, that's going to be what's in this episode. I'm going to quickly save the game, and you'll see me back here actually tomorrow night from when I'm recording this. But we've got Ajax in a very winnable game, and let's go see what happens. Can we make the semi-final for the first time? Welcome into match day 1, quarter-final, first leg, and that is the first time I've been able to say that in the save. And this might be a bit of a bold claim, but I honestly think this is our best ever opportunity in the entire save to make a quarter-final, or the semi-final, of the Champions League. After what we did to Liverpool, after drawing Ajax, who are definitely the easier team around, yes, I know they're very good in the Netherlands, and yes, I know they did score against PSG home and beat them away over in the Netherlands. I still think this is our best opportunity. Since we last met here in terms of fixtures as well, we drew to Marseille 2-2, but mercifully for us, PSG drew on the same day, so we still got a 6-point gap. We fully rotated, apart from Moukoko, who scored a brace by half-time, then we brought him off. For the Bordeaux game, we rotated as much, and we won 4-0, which keeps us 6 points clear. In terms of qualifying in the World Cup, that started now. I beat Wales 2-1 in a game we utterly dominated, conceded really late. We beat Moldova 9-0. So France too is going well too. Let's touch on Ajax, because this is a pretty cool run by them at the minute, but they are in disarray. They have not won in their last 4. They did score a very important goal late doors against PSG to FM them out the Champions League, but they drew to William, they lost to Feyenoord, and they just drew to AZ Aurier, and Kudos missed a penalty. In saying that though, they still have a world-class side. You know, Timber's unbelievable. He's fantastic. He looks out of this world. You've still got Dive and Renesh, who stayed there a long term as well. There's other players that you will know in this list. More importantly for me, I've used Mohamed Kudos on a lot of saves. Even at 32, he is still world-class, and he probably has never left if he's still here, which he hasn't. So they have got a good squad. I still think in the form they're in, the fact they're not even top in the Eredivisie, they're backed by 7 points, and we're currently beating PSG, and we just knocked out Liverpool. We should go into this game full of confidence. And look, I don't want to say this because we've been here before, and then FM does something stupid with the graphics and the match engine, and you cop it or you cop a red card. But there should be a world when Moukoko goes and runs this game ragged. We win 3-0, 4-0 with a Moukoko hat-trick, and we just do the job, and we make the semi-final for the first time ever after winning our first ever quarter-final. That does require us to go and do the job. The team is as full strength as possible. Kim Ingwes Picken, by the way, capped by Brazil. I said he could be capped by Brazil. I didn't think it was going to happen that quickly, but he got his cap. He's been playing very well, so he deserves it. Tariq on the other side, coming back from a little bit of a knock, but did play in the last league game. Cicelo as well. Cano Ravella, Luis Fernando finally capped by Brazil as well, and I think this guy's fantastic. Bakayoko got called up for the first time to the Belgium squad at 29, even though he's elite and probably Belgium's best winger. Didn't get used off the bench. Chivalery as well, and Moukoko. Important to note though, Dosu has become our biggest cap player. Also important to note in this game here, 3 goals and an assist in the man of the match in the performance to showcase he's our highest cap player. Good to see. Obviously, Moukoko is up top. The bench is there as well. Pennon still out with the injury, but he would not have started anyway. Here is the team. Can we go beat Ajax? I am confident in what should happen, but Football Manager does not go in shoulds. In the match engine does some weird things, and it might just say Ajax are a side that are Ajax, and they might just turn around and go, Paris 13 Atletico are a League 3 side, and you cop that really bad performance. Hopefully, that does not happen. They've got Restes in net, who is a French keeper who I would use as a backup, but he's not a international. Devon and Wrench definitely played the last game because he's not 100% fit and's gone out to right back. Timber did not play the last game in the league either because they're a little bit legless, and he might be one that needs to come off early. He's very good. They then have a 28-year-old or 25-year-old 8-cap Turkish international who's not particularly great in the air. Owen's getting a little bit older and starting to lose a little bit of physical, but still looks fantastic. They got Berger in the middle. Very experienced team. Kenneth Taylor at 30. This is what the thing is about Football Manager. It's a bit weird. Ajax have a big emphasis on youth and producing youth, etc. On FM every year, they go out and buy a lot of old players. It doesn't make sense. Weston McKinney's still fantastic, but getting a bit older as well. Caniff at 31. That's a very old squad here. Lagos at 25 is one of their younger players. He looks outrageously good, the Mexican international. Mohamed Kudus playing up front. Interesting. Still looks great as well. People on the bench there, I'll just give you a quick little bit of a tour on the bench. I actually think he's not a bad keeper. He's not bad at centre-back. Colombian lad there. Patrick Wimmer, people will know. But look, you're looking at the team and you're looking at the people that have on the bench to change a game. And it's a very old side. And like sometimes older sides can come out and produce a very experienced performance, but they also can come out and play horrid as well. So, look, with that being said, looking at that team and knowing they're not 100% full strength because they got a few guys that are probably going to not make 90, this is as big of an opportunity as it's ever going to come here in the Champions League for us to make a semi-final. And it would be at the first time of asking. In the Conference League, first time we did that, we made it all the way to the final and lost. And the first time we did that in Europa League, I think we made it to the semi-final and lost to Arsenal. So, with that being said, history says when we do make a quarter-final, we make a semi. Hopefully that happens here today. We are going to be in the black with the fluoro stripe. They're going to be in the infamous Ajax colours in the white, and then obviously with the red through the middle. It is Ajax. It's Paris 13 Atletico. It's in France. I know I might have said previously that we were in the away tie first, which I would have much preferred. Instead, it's an opportunity to blow them out the water, put them in disarray, go and rotate, and then hold on to a lead, hopefully, in the Netherlands game. But wait and we'll see. We get underway here, 10 minutes played, not really a highlight to speak of just of yet. We definitely need to win this game, though. We cannot afford a draw, we cannot afford a loss. If it's a draw or a loss, we're going to be out of the Champions League in the quarterfinal. 22 minutes played, we've already had 6 shots, 1 to then nothing. Not a highlight until now with Kudus on the ball. And enough. Cicello goes to close him down. Mohamed Kudus gets in the area, and that's a penalty. And without Ajax having a highlight and Ajax doing nothing, we're about to be 1-0 down to a penalty. Wow. We're going to get FM'd by Ajax, huh? FM never plays on paper, ever. FM never plays on paper, ever. Kim needs to make a save here. Ajax are about to go 1 shot, 1 attack, 1 goal from the spot. Kudus with a great penalty into the bottom bin. We are 1-0 down inside 25 minutes at home in the Champions League quarter-final after dominating the first 25 minutes. 1 shot, 1 attack, 1 goal. Fun. Very fun. In trouble here. 35 minutes played. Ajax have now come into the game now after that too. We need to find a goal. It's another throw-in highlight. FM has not really produced anything in this game. Apparently we're not playing out there. This makes no sense. We've got one of the best defences in the world and we can't do much. Anyway, Maxime picks the ball up. Cicello now. Into Tariq. Finds Picken. Need to calm things down. We know we're good enough. Find the movement. Still plenty of time to find a goal. Makoku now. Has a running of Maxime Chevalier, the French international, straight at the keeper. 41 minutes to put us back on level peg, and he fires straight at the goalkeeper. 1-0 down still. At some point, we'll think about 4-2-3-1, but we've got a lot of time to think about that. Ravella picks that one up, in the box, went for goal, blocked by one of our own players for a goal kick. This is not exactly what we wanted. 45 minutes played at half-time. I'm very aggressive in here. Get your act together. We are making one change, Maxime for Dossu with the form he's in as an inside forward on attack. Start the second half. We're going to give it to the 60th minute before moving 4-2-3-1. We've been the better team on paper. We're 1-0 down and 1 shot on target from the penalty spot. We need to get at him. It's not happening. 4-2-3-1 we go. Very early doors. Cunner in there. Don't think we need to really make a change in here in terms of personnel. Not many people having a great game, but we're going to leave it as is. I'm going to go to that. Leave some changes up our sleeve. The 4-2-3-1 has produced goals in the past. With their defence getting a little bit more tired, this switch could help as well. But it's not a position we wanted to be in. There was a world where we should have come out here and won this game 5 or 6-0, and it has not happened. Ravella, picking now. Still need to be calm. Still need to trust the process. But we need to go and find a goal. And soon, rather than later. Because I want to have 15 minutes at a minimum of these guys at level pegging to find a second or a third. Cicello now. I don't like that we're taking it very long to build out here. We need to find a ball from a midfielder. Luis Fernando needs to show himself. He is not at all. That's a great ball out there from Kana. Mokoku screaming for it. He's now offside. That's not a goal. He missed anyway. I don't like this, boys. I do not like this at all. They are legless, but we are in trouble. Melbalai knows what he's doing. Salama is going to come in here as well as a deep line playmaker and support. He knows how to hit him from distance. And I think we're going to go pick it off. Pimbele as the overlapping fullback. And there we are. Move us to attacking. Ingles to centre back. Salama. Ravella. Tariq. Cicello. Just a bit too flat. As in like a flat line to build out there, which is weird. Melbalai drops in. Dosu there. Ball over the top to Mokoku. Should be quick enough to get on that. And he is. Mokoku. Tinks the keeper, 1-1. We're back on level pegging. It's taken to the 70th minute. We've got our goal. There it is. We're going to keep the system. We need to go massive now. They've got tired legs. We need a goal. Almost tempted to bring Bakayoko off for Finson here. We are. I think Finson in his form, as another inside forward on attack, will get at him. Actually, he actually loves an inverted winger role, so we're going to do that. I'm going to confirm that. Done. 78 minutes. 1-1 here. We've absolutely dominated. 17 shots, 9 on target, XG of over 2. We're still 1-1 here. And there's a highlight here, but Dosu wins that back. Cicello, Salama, Dosu's quick. Dosu's away. Has options. Goes himself straight at the keeper. But I'd love to see him cut that across the box. We need a goal. We need it now. Going to go a bit more direct here as well. Pass it into space, don't need to play out. Confirm that. Gonna go for it late doors here. We've been the better side, but as things stand, Ajax are loving this. A late goal here is massive if we can find it. Melbalai, backstick ball, Finson heads, keeper gets it away. Oh, it's a big save from their keeper. Pimbele going forward. Melbalai! And in the 92nd minute, we do find a lead. And we're going to take a result that is very beneficial back to the Netherlands. It was a great sign from Restes. They have played out their skin defensively, Ajax. They have been a little bit lucky. We've been a little bit not clinical. But Melbalai has done it again. How important has this guy been to the save? He comes off the bench, he shows himself, and that is a goal that is going to give us a lead in the quarterfinal. And we have a lead to take back to the second leg. In saying that, though, Ajax have been very lucky. 24 shots, 14 on target, and we needed to come back from 1-0 down. They had 1 shot, 1 on target for 1 goal. 5 shots, 1 in total. And their XG is only high because it was a penalty. On a different day, Mokoku gets going. We play at full strength, and that is 6 or 7-1. We didn't even play that well against Liverpool, and we scored 4. Instead, Ajax are really strong in the Netherlands. I would say because we've won, we've got the upper hand. But if that was a draw, or we somehow got FM'd, Ajax would definitely be through to the semi-final. They are just having a worldie in the Netherlands. And I'm actually a little bit worried that a 2-1 lead will not be enough in the Netherlands. But we'll find out. I'd rather have the lead. I'd rather have scored late. I'm still going to set up in the 4-3-3. I definitely have to fully rotate now against RC Lens and risk dropping a few points here. But we have a lead. We're 90 minutes away from the semi-final. Mercifully, hopefully, fingers crossed, Mokoku and Co get going. And if we can play how we just played, but be more clinical, we'll be in the semi-final next time round. Or keep a clean sheet if we want to as well. We'll find you guys in a second for the second leg. Second leg, quarterfinal, Champions League, Johan Cruyff Arena in the Netherlands, and we have a 2-1 lead against Ajax. In the game just gone, we beat S11 5-0 to maintain our 6-point gap from PSG. We went fantastic. Only player that did not play well in this game, Mokoku, missed 4 1-on-ones first half, took him off, and first touch for our boy Elijah at halftime. Goal, which was nice. We also blasted the boys at halftime, and then they went ballistic, which was fantastic as well. Vincent, by the way, first ever club hat-trick. Nice to see the wonder kid from Iceland who came third in Next Gen, continuing to develop. He looks fantastic, and yeah, I think he's going to be very, very, very good. Please note, this guy did not play against us last game. I do not know why. He was apparently fit and apparently available, and they did not play him. But Jamie Armendraz, yeah, wow. I can see why, Ajax have had a very, very, very good campaign. This guy, who they picked up for 16 mil from Spaniel, is flying. And in the Champions League this year, has got 11 goals in 11 games. You can see what I mean when I said that we had to win that first leg by a mile. I said it to the Twitch chat. We are live. Links down below. Come follow us live. I think because we won 2-1, Ajax are probably still slightly favourite to go through because of how good they've been away in the Netherlands, the whole competition. However, we got a lead, so I've got to be happy with that. Look, if you have a look at the Champions League, right, just the Champions League games, they won 2-0 against Real Madrid at home, right? 2-0 against Real Madrid at home. They beat Celtic, beat Young Boys, beat Real Madrid. They beat SC, that's not in the Champions League. Monaco, they got a draw. Right? Beat Wolfsburg 5-0 at home, where that Jamie guy scored 4 to knock them out. And then against PSG, they won 2-0. So the home form, they've beaten PSG, they've beaten Real Madrid, and they've beaten Wolfsburg 5-0, who we drew to on the final day in the league phase. If there's ever a time where I think I'm worried taking a lead in the Champions League, it's now. However, if we know we can play as well as we can, we will go out there and win this game of football. We have made a change for this game. Kanna had pick up a training knock, didn't play in the last game. He's been past fit enough to play 75 minutes. He will start and Salama will come on. Secondly, Dosu's form has been outrageous. I know that he played against Bordeaux and RC Lens, but he also looked good and got an assist against Ajax in the first game as well. His last three has been fantastic. Chivalery will come on if needed, but I'm going to start Dosu in this big game because I think he could be a little bit of a difference maker. Saying that, though, the rest of the team is the same, considering we are going to get into it. We are 90 minutes away from a semi-final, potentially. I think we are in a little bit of trouble, though. Jamie is starting Mendez, which is not good at all. I'm going to take the pressure off. It's our first ever Champions League quarter-final. Go have fun. Go and enjoy. Go do what you need to do. The boys seem relaxed. Straight away, Dosu, inside forward, on attack. He's very good at what he does. Opposition-wise, yet again, Timber played in the league. So did Divan and Wrench. Owen did too. Berger, Taylor. Even if we lose the game, only lose by a goal because in extra time, these guys are going to be rooted. All about keeping that guy quiet. We do have some big players. Have a look. 1, 2, and 3 all need a rest at the back. The longer this game stays 0-0, I think the better it is for us as well because we'll score late. Hopefully, though, we don't have to score late to find a goal after being 2-0 down or something like that as well. That is a very, very good team. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we go out here. Johan Cruyff Arena. Let's go and see what we can do. The same colours as last game out. It is the Champions League, and we are 90 minutes away from our first ever semi-final in our first ever quarter-final. And away we go. The longer this stays, the better it is. It's a corner. Ravella, don't win that one. Luis Fernando gets on it. We will return, get the camera around. Mistake, and Canuff is away. And you don't want to be making a mistake with Jamie Aramandez around. Canuff is beating Luis Fernando for speed as well, which is unlikely. Diver wrench. Ball to Jamie. Big trouble. Kim, what a save. A mistake in the middle of the park. Jamie Aramandez, who scored 11 and 11 in the Champions League, and Kim foils him, proving yet again that he is a world-class keeper when he is on song. And that is cleared away by Tariq. We lost him way too easily. Our midfield cannot afford to lose the ball like that in this game. Luis Fernando lost it last time, gets fouled this time. Mohamed Kudos getting an early talking to. Should have been 1-0 Ajax and 2-2 on aggregate. Mercifully for us, still 0-0. 20 minutes played and time is ticking. Corner again, but this time for Ajax. Ball in front stick. Cleared away. Bakayoko's not going to get on that. Jamie forced wide. Mohamed Kudos onside. Bakayoko doesn't get on that one. Mohamed's still going. Owen now. Berger hits one from distance. Kim spills it. Mercifully doesn't fall into an area of danger. That is poor keeping, but it doesn't go in the back of the net, and that's all that matters. Ajax been the better of the sides so far, 30 minutes played. Very even on the stats. We've had more of the ball, but Ajax looking the more threatening of the two. Approaching half-time. We get in at half-time, it's 0-0. We're 45 minutes away. Even game on paper, we've had a bit more of the ball, but they have definitely looked more threatening in the highlights. Thrash the arms, it was not good enough. We need to go out there and play football. In saying that though, the longer this stays 0-0, the more tired they get, the better it is for us. Berger, Restes, Timber. We look to get a press. Mohamed Kudos, Ozan now. Back to Restes. Can we force him long? We don't. Timber again. They move it around to the other side. Good press, but that's a ball and a half to Kenneth Taylor. And that's a ball and a half to Jamie Aramendez. Can't let this guy get through. Lagos. Good tackle from Inguez. Falls back to Lagos. That's a goal. 1-1. Ajax fight. 1-1. Sorry, 1-0. 2-2. Ajax get their goal. Ajax get their goal. As things stand, we're approaching an extra time period if it stays as it is. And right after half-time, a little bit of BS there because that never should happen to an elite fullback, but there you go. Even though we've had all the ball, Ajax have been very good on the break. Next goal, massive. Time ticks away yet again. 60 minutes played. Canna looks dead. I'm going to give him a little bit of 4-2-3-1, I think. I think Canna into there and Melbourne and Salama in. But I'm going to give him about 10-minute period of the 4-2-3-1 just to see if it gets on top here. Because if it does, great. And if it doesn't, then we'll switch back into the 4-3-3. Restes, Ozan. Berger. Taylor. Timber. We've not really had a highlight out here at all. So I feel like the switch is okay too because we haven't played well. Ajax have been moving the ball around really well. Even though the game says we're having 60% of the ball and we've been good, we haven't seen it. Taylor again. Jamie Lagos is there. Big chance. We're out of the Champions League. We're out of the Champions League as things sit. We're out of the Champions League as things sit. Melbourne needs to come and rescue the show. Dosu on for Maxime Chevalieri. And his name is Vincent on the other side for Bakayoko. Off we go. 75 minutes. We need a goal. Highlight. A goal for them and it's game over. We need a goal for extra time now. Ball over the top to Cunoff. Cicello gets on it. Thumps one away looking for Maxime Chevalieri. Flicks it on no one in particular. There's been no press. There's been no movement. The midfielder's not won one ball all day. We're going to get knocked out to a side that we shouldn't lose to on paper. That's a ball and a half to Weston McKinney. And that's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. We're out of the Champions League. I cannot believe that at all. 3-0 down. 3-0 down. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We're 3-0 down. What has gone here? We have absolutely choked. We have choked. We have choked. 4-2. This is why we needed to win by more goals. We absolutely dominated them in the first leg. Should have been 5 or 6. It wasn't. So Cicello wins that back. Everything falling back to Ajax here. Tariq, Melbalai. Thumps one for Elijah. He's got too much work to do. He's going to go for goal and miss. Restes makes a save. We need to score 2 goals in 10 minutes to get back into this. This is utterly disgusting. One of the best defences in world football. We get done like this. Salama, Maxine, cuts one into the post. Apparently it was offside anyway. Highlight again. Ozan thumps one. Lagos again. He scored the sealer, you think. Tariq wins that back to Kim. Need to just go now. Bumps one out there to Finson. Doesn't win that, but it will fall there to Ingwes. Looks for Finson again. He flicks on to no one in particular. Nothing happening. No second ball, no nothing. They go long now. Tariq, Finson, needs runners. Elijah's not even there. That's a poor ball. Mistake. Melbourne needs a score. Dribbles the keeper, hits the post, falls to Mokoku. He's onside. We've got 5 minutes plus any stoppage time for a goal to get it back to 4-4. Is there going to be time to find something late? Melbourne dribbled the keeper, hit the post with the open goal. Mercifully, Mokoku's in the spot. He's done nothing all day. Come on, boys. Be a highlight. Be a highlight. It's all we ask. There is a highlight. Ball goes long. Tariq. We've got him at 6s and 7s. This game has changed dramatically. We are all over him. Their tired defence aren't coping. Finson knocks down. Elijah. Mokoku is there. Mistake. Maxine hits first time. 2 goals in 2 minutes in the 85th and the 87th. It's 4-4. We've come back from nowhere. We keep it as it is. We go for the jugular. I want the winner now. I don't want no extra time. I want the winner now, Football Manager. Mistake from Ozan. Should have left it for his keeper. Maxime at the outside of his right boot. It's 4-4. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Is there a highlight in the 5 minutes of added time? I want it now. We don't get it now. Do we switch now? I don't know what we do now. I don't know if we leave it or if we change or... I don't know. You've done very well, boys, to come back because you were dead. They were dead and they were buried and they've come back from nowhere. Start the second half. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. But I do think we switch back into the 4-3-3 at some point. If we concede, we're in trouble. If we score, we're staying in this. Great ball. Elijah, he's there. Keeper came. He scores. It's 5-4. What have we witnessed? What have we witnessed? It's 3-3 on the night. It's 5-4 in our extra time. And we are potentially now moments away from the Champions League semi-final. I think we have to leave the system. They're out of their feet, their back four. Think we've got to leave the system. All right. Definitely think we need to make a defensive change, for sure. Not coming off, not coming off, not coming off. Which leaves Ingwes, who's only got 7 penalty taking, for Pimbele, who has got 9 penalty taking, just in case we do concede. I do think we need to switch back into the 4-3-3 here. Like, I know you guys are going to look at me and go, Damien, you're dominating. Yeah, but we're 15 minutes away if we just keep a clean sheet. Need to save that. I think we have to go back into this, which I think sucks, but not much. Elijah can actually play in the middle of the park with Melbourne Light, which is fine. Two fullbacks on defend. We do limit it out. Go back into that. Bit more defensively solid. Bring Pimbele on just to sit in. Still give him options. Might go fullback on support to help us still build out. But we do that. We lower the tempo to standard. We waste time now. Don't be as disciplined. Slow down the pace. We hold our shape. And don't prevent the short distribution. I think we got to. I think we got to go to that. I think we got to go slightly more defensive now. Play for a set piece as well to win time on the clock. If we can see now, my fault for changing out a position that's dominated, but we need to go and say, hey, this is it. This is our time now to hold on. Time ticks away. Come on. What was that? That is ludicrous. What have we witnessed? We were dead and we were buried. We were dead and we were buried. They lowered the coffin into the tumbe. And as they're putting the nail in, we somehow ripped it out, came out, and said, nah, it's our time to shine now. Look at the XG. Look at the XG. Look at the XG at 3-0, and then bang. The switch into the 4-1-3-2 changed our whole season. What on earth? As the chat is wanting me to put in. Not an Emre masterclass. Masterclass. Unreal. Shout out to the meme. We're into our first ever semi-final, boys, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. Where's Elijah? He came out there and was a man possessed in the pressing forward role. We have to thank the young kid. We have to thank the young kid. That was outrageous. That was outrageous. The youngster, the wonder kid, the Serbian, comes on in the form he's in, which is no shock, up top in the 82nd minute, us out the Champions League, and Elijah Penijanovic just said, don't worry, I'll grab you by the spine from your neck. Grabs us by the scuff of our neck, drags us over the finish line from nowhere. What a performance. That's 9-0 in the bank. We've got Manchester United, who we beat in the Champions League last year in the semi-final. We beat them at home. We beat them at home last year, did we not? We beat them at home, then we lost to someone stupidly on the final day. We beat them 4-0 and then lost to Real Madrid. If we can do what we did that day last year, we're going to be in the Champions League final. And that is utterly absurd. We provide no shocks. I think that's a little bit of a shock with the form they're in. Ajax are out. We are through. And I'll see you guys next time for the Champions League semi-final as we have Manchester United, and sandwiched in between all of that is none other than the game that will decide the title against PSG on May the 1st. And oh boy, a triple header. See you guys then for that. Catch ya and goodbye.